And welcome back to the Your Arc Sports Podcast. I'm with Jordan again today. How are you doing?
What are we, 3 days late now from our typical time?
2 or 3, yeah. I'll
Three, yeah.
explain. I'll
We're doing
explain.
great.
Um, I guess just an FYI on why it's a Tuesday that we're uploading this. We had scheduling conflicts over the weekend. And then yesterday we were going to do it, but then Discord on my half decided to take a crap. And we
Yeah,
were unable
Discord
to
on mine did
record.
too.
Oh,
So
really? Okay. I didn't know if it was
yeah, it
just
was like
mine.
universal Discord.
Alright. So yeah, Discord decided to get crap yesterday when we were trying to record, so we were doing it now. But at least lets us, talk about a few more things that have happened over the last day or two.
Yes.
So we're going to start off. Last night, the NBA Awards happened, and MVP was given to Giannis. Do you think that was the right person to give it to? I think the other two were Paul George and James Harden were the other two nominees.
Yeah, I'd say definitely Giannis should have won that, and it's good that he did.
See, I would have been alright if him or Harden won. Because Harden, again, had an amazing season, yet again. But I think Giannis had the bigger impact on the team.
Mm-hmm.
And not just scoring points, but defensively getting assists and everything else.
Yeah.
And, how can you hate the guy? Did you hear his acceptance speech?
Everyone started crying. I saw clips of it.
He's so sincere. He's so nice of a person. Yeah, he's ridiculous. And I hope the best for him, obviously, in the future. But it's just the start of a great career for him, hopefully. I saw something on ESPN late night. I think he was tied for the not farthest, but lowest draft pick in MVP history. Him and Steve Nash were both drafted 15th and won an MVP. Next up was Karl Malone and then Kobe, who were 13th and 12th in their respective years. So if you're, in a statistic with Kobe and Steve Nash, it's definitely not a bad thing.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of interesting because, Tom Brady is like an NFL, like a Hall of Famer, basically.
Yeah. Oh, he's definitely going in the Hall of Fame.
6th round?
Yeah.
Brady was drafted in like the 6th round?
Goodness, that's a good question. I was not prepared for that.
It was the 6th. I know it was really late.
Yeah, 6th round, number 199.
Doesn't that just make everyone from the year Brady was drafted really depressed?
Yeah.
I think it's
ridiculous how well, he's came along. But then, you look, it's like so many people pass on him. And when we initially drafted him, you kind of look and just like, really? We drafted him? But now you're just like, it's Giannis. He's ridiculous. So I was alright with him winning. I believe the other awards last night, most improved was Pascal Siakam, which I'm not going to argue with. I don't know about you.
I'm not going to argue that either.
Rookie of the year was Luka Doncic. I can't say his name. Luka Doncic. I can't say that.
Doncic.
Yes. Right. He beat over Trae Young. Sixth man of the year went to Lou Williams of the Clippers, and coach of the year went to Coach Bud of the Bucks, and I think defensive player of the year went to Rudy Gobert. Any of those you have any objections to, or do you think everybody who won last night deserved it?
An argument for Trae Young for Rookie of the Year, but otherwise that sounds good.
Yeah.
Especially...
You could argue Nick Nurse for Coach of the Year, I guess.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's not like some years where you're just like, what the hell are voters thinking? It was like, alright, we understand.
Obviously, they should have had Tyronn Lue as Coach of the Year. That's all I'm saying.
No.
Barely even coached at all this year. It's just like, there you go,
Give it to the
Tyronn Lue.
man.
He has earned it. He was carried to a title by LeBron. He has
He
earned.
fully earned this.
You know what they should have done? Like for the past couple of years, they should have given LeBron Coach of the Year as like a joke.
Why not, honestly? Give him GM of the year.
Give him GM of the Year, Executive of the Year.
Why
Give it to
not? He
LeBron.
basically does.
That would probably be the best thing, like to show the NBA is a little self-aware. Just like LeBron, we're gonna give you Coach of the Year. All right.
Yeah.
I'm sure he has a whole room dedicated to his various trophies and such,
Oh, probably.
as I would if I had as many trophies and or the skill of
Exactly.
LeBron.
Yeah. Well, if you're LeBron, you can do whatever the hell you want. I'm sorry, you're LeBron. You could retire right now.
That would be funny. Just straight up, just like, nope, I'm out of here.
But, he's going to play for a few more years, probably.
Until his son gets into the league,
Yeah.
which would be.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't think he's going to last that long. Maybe in a front office position.
That would be. Well, I assume his son's going to be a high value, like a top pick. Is him saying he wants to play till his son's on his team? Is he saying that he wants his team to be bad when his son comes up? Like, is he going to actively start tanking?
I don't know. Maybe he coaches and just wants to coach. I don't know. That's a whole nother topic for a different day, my friend.
That'd be great. Like the year before his son like is about ready to come, like it's like the year of, but they have one more season to play. He just starts actively tanking, missing shots, throwing the ball out of bounds, just trying to get that top pick so they can take Bronny.
There you go.
So
Trades
funny.
everyone, including Lonzo Ball again somehow, to get the draft pick.
Trades Lonzo further away from LA. Like they just keep getting further.
Send him to the Bronx or something.
Send him into the Europe League.
Yes.
That'll show him. That'll teach him a lesson.
That'll teach him. Send him to Lithuania with his brothers. There we go.
Get the whole Lithuanian squad.
There you go. Well, we're going to move on. We're going to go to NBA free agency because obviously that starts very soon here. And a lot of hot commodity player-wise. You got KD. You got Klay Thompson if, options-wise, if they utilize them. Same thing with Kawhi Leonard. You got Kyrie Irving, Jimmy Butler, Kemba Walker, Chris Middleton, and a few others are big-name targets. And we're going to start, would you rather have Klay or KD? Because in my mind, I think the Warriors only keep one in this scenario. So if you have the resources to do it, which one would you keep and why?
You're really gonna make me think. Oh my god.
I'm going to.
Think. Hadn't just torn his Achilles, I'd say. But I think gonna probably be playing sooner. And think, well, who's never had a knee injury or leg injury as severe as like an ACL tear or an Achilles ruptured Achilles. Like I've heard of people coming back from like ACL tears, coming back from a ruptured Achilles. Go with Klay just off of that.
Yeah. So for me, right now, I would rather have Klay because I don't know, he seems to work better with the rest of the team and makes everyone better. And with KD, he kind of just goes out and plays. He doesn't make anyone better. He just does his own thing, does KD things, scores 25 points, 10 rebounds, etc. So I would keep Klay. And obviously, as you said, you have the possibility of Clay coming back late in the season and playing for you in the postseason next year. Well, and with KD, apparently he's been having meetings with Kyrie starting in the playoffs about where they want to go.
Obviously, that's not what they were talking about. They were talking about how Kyrie wants KD in the Flat Earth Society.
I hate you so much.
I know.
But it's like, I can see it going only a few ways for KD, and you never know, but I see him either going and staying in Golden State for the year, maybe just for rehab.
Yeah.
Getting traded once he signs. If you're the Warriors, why not? You know he's not going to stay.
Brutal.
At least give him the opportunity to say, hey, I would rather go here if you get an offer. But you might as well trade him if you're going to lose a player like that. That, or he just goes in free agency to Brooklyn or New York. I think that's the big two for me where he would go. One of the New Yorks.
One of the New Yorks.
But then you got people like Jimmy Butler, who apparently is not going to stay in Philly. And there's been other reports about maybe a sign and trade deal happening for Jimmy Butler. To remember what exactly it was. The Rockets are planning. They want the Sixers to sign him, but then trade him. I believe. We look at it.
Mm.
But yeah, just Jimmy Butler to the Rockets, which if they keep both Harden and Chris Paul, which I don't know, that whole situation.
Oh yeah, that was fun. I saw that on Instagram. That was fun.
Yeah.
Was it Bleacher Report who reported on it, and then Chris Paul was in the comments like,
He was like,
man.
no, this ain't true.
Need to look that up now.
So yeah, there's a very good possibility that Jimmy Butler does not stay.
Yeah.
But they don't. The Rockets want to do the sign and trade because they don't have the salary cap for Butler. So if the Sixers sign him, but then trade him, then the Sixers would be partially paying for his salary enough to where, and not partially, but the Rockets would lose enough salary cap, so the addition of Butler would like even it out.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many players on the market. You got Kyrie, which I don't know. Apparently, it's either him or D'Angelo Russell. They're going to get one or the other. They can't get both. And if I'm the Nets, I keep Russell. I don't sign Kyrie. I know that might sound insane, but I don't know if I'd want him. You look at the last two places he went to. You know, I shouldn't say he went to, but the other two places he's been. Cleveland, yes, it was great for a little bit, but it turned into an absolute disaster. And then you go to Boston, your team without you gets to the conference finals, and then with you and Gordon Hayward, they suck and lose first round? No, first or second round? Second round.
Yeah.
To the Bucks. So if you're the Nets, do you really want that? I'm sorry, he's one of those players that will never be happy. Because he just doesn't know what he wants at this point, and I don't think it's the Nets.
Something on ESPN this morning, or not ESPN, Sports Center, whatever, interchangeable, that some sort of like fantasy thing where I think it was getting NKD.
Yeah.
And it was like, whoa there. That is aggressive. That is dream.
Yeah. So this free agency is going to be interesting. I can't remember what. I think it's July 1st. Is it?
I don't know, but that would make sense.
Let me look this up. July 1st. Yep.
July 1st. All right.
Do you know? Moved up to June 30th at 5 p.m. Central Time. They moved it.
Oh,
So there's so many players like Kemba Walker. He said he would take less money to stay in Charlotte, but it's like I don't know. For him, is it better for him to join a team like Boston without a Kyrie and maybe just start the team on his own? So
and the if they even have money left,
yeah, true.
they're gonna have a whole team at this point. They're gonna have something.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
They could. Salivating at the thought of that team.
Oh yes, but it's very interesting time in the NBA with everything going on. But obviously, we will have a podcast. I'm not sure exactly when next week because I am in Arizona for the weekend, but I am planning to bring my computer down. So maybe we try to record it when I'm down there. But if not, it'll probably be like this, a Tuesday. But we just don't know at this point because I'll be in Arizona. I'll be trying to keep up with everything.
Arizona. Fun fact. Arizona is very warm.
Oh, I looked at the highs. It's like 108, 110, 112, and 110. I'm gonna burn.
I went during the spring. I went over spring break 2 years ago. Great. It was awesome. Well, not this spring break, but I went last spring break, and it was.
Yeah, just I looked at the weather and it's like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Seriously?
Yeah.
Over 100?
Jeez.
So yeah, well, I will try to keep up with everything I can down there. We are now going to move on to the MLB for a little bit. There has been rumors that the Tampa Bay Ray organization is wanting to split their home, so it would be the Tampa Bay / Montreal Rays. Right now, they have the worst attendance in the MLB, even being one of the best teams in the AL right now. They're battling with the Yankees for first, and they are still struggling to grab 15,000 people a game. Which, if some of you may not know, that is not a good number. I think the Brewers get like 35,000, maybe. And they're a small team market, and you're in Tampa, which is one of the best places to be in Florida. And you're barely pulling half that, if. But they're looking at this like 2027, long time. But do you think it would be a good idea for Toronto to split the team?
Could it be Montreal, or is it just that other teams having really poor attendance as well?
I think it's because it was a multitude of factors. They are not getting a new stadium. They need a new stadium. It's the oldest one and the worst one in the MLB. But they're not getting enough attendance and revenue to make that stadium. And they're just getting sick of the lack of support, even with a team like the Rays right now, who are doing great. But if you move to Montreal, then you get all those Expos fans who are starving for a team back in Montreal.
Yeah.
And you keep the fans in Tampa Bay. I believe the plan was for the first half of the season, have home games in Tampa, and then for the second half, move the home games to Montreal.
Hmm. Reasonably, I think. Who's to say until they decide to do it or not?
I think MLB has to approve it and everything else,
But yeah, that's true.
but I don't see anything wrong with it. Excuse me. But it's more, are the players going to be on board with that? Because if you're a player, you love your team, you love the city, you try to be connected with your city, not your cities. You're going to have to buy two separate homes. You're going to have to do everything else. Do you think players are really going to want to do that?
I don't think so.
Because that's a big pain for a lot of players if they have to buy two separate homes, especially if it's like one of the lower players that maybe bounce back from AAA in the majors. Then I don't know if they're going to have enough money to do it, period.
It's problematic either way.
Yeah. I guess there's no right or wrong, I guess, in this, but I just don't know if it's, the best idea for Tampa right now. I think it's either you stay in Tampa or you fully move to Montreal. I don't think it's a half-half.
Half is just kind of a hassle for both
Yeah.
and everyone.
It just doesn't work for me, maybe. I just don't see it figuring out in the long run. Trying to think. And obviously, MLB All Star Weekend is a few weeks away. Christian Yelich and Corey Bellinger, obviously, two of the bigger names in the MLB right now, both in the NL. Which one of those, if right now, if you had to pick either or, who would you pick for MVP?
Sure.
Bellinger. I'd go with Yelich. I know maybe that's bandwagon, but the only thing I believe Bellinger's better at right now is RBIs. I think Yelich is beating him on every single other thing. And you see the impact he leaves on Milwaukee, because, LA is LA. They're going to have a stacked team, everything else. But Milwaukee, they don't have a great amount of players. They're like top tier quality. So I think he leaves like a bigger impact for say.
Yes, if really get over the hump and actually win a World Series.
Yeah.
That'd be
If Milwaukee would win a World Series, the city would go nuts.
city's already nuts.
It is. You're not wrong. But somehow Milwaukee is turning into one of the bigger sports cities, and it's weird to say that. We've had two MVPs now with Yelich and Giannis. The Brewers are battling for NL Central right now. The Bucks had, yes, not the season that they want, not the note that they wanted to end the season on, but it was still a great season. So maybe they're just slowly sliding back in. Obviously, Green Bay for Wisconsin as a whole, we'll see. We just gotta have faith at this point that LaFleur is going to bring us to the promised land, but Wisconsin, just as a state in general for sports, may not be as bad as it seems anymore. Alright, so we're going to move to the NFL quick. There was news a few hours ago, I believe, that 2019 draft pick Jonah Williams of the Bengals has had surgery on his shoulder and will be out the entire 2019 season. He was their first draft pick in this year's draft, and he was projected to be one of their starting linemen. Do you think this has any impact on how the Bengals do this season?
He's going to get hit more now. I think, well, if Jonah Williams is a first-round pick, obviously they saw he could be a starter. It's more pressure on Dalton. With the offense more. In the division that they're in, it's kind of important that your offense does well.
Yeah, especially in a division like the AFC South, where you have
the Ravens.
You have the Steelers, who both have decent defenses. The Browns, hell, they're even getting a decent defense together.
Just careful, they're calling the Steelers' defense good. That's a
we'll see.
Hot take.
Right now, I think it'll be okay. I'm not saying they're going to be fantastic. I doubt they make the playoffs, but it's not going to be bad.
They're good. Their E's are just kind of
yeah.
Remember when Micah Mitchell played there? Oh, those were the good times.
Oh, Troy Polamalu? Oh my god.
Talking about Mike Mitchell, he's actually trash. But yeah, Troy Polamalu, holy cow, what a guy.
So I don't know. I was not expecting the Bengals to do good anyway, so it's not like it's anything new. But it does hurt their chances a little bit still.
Maybe just a little bit.
But it's not like they were going to be good at all anyway. No offense to the Bengals, but there wasn't that big of a chance that they actually did well. Alright, NFC West preview. I guess right now, if the season would end today, how would you predict the NFC West to end?
Let's see here. Oh, yes. Yes. All right. Be the Rams.
One more time, I'm sorry, Jordan.
Top team would be the Rams.
Okay. Understandable.
Second team would be San Francisco. Yeah. What?
Okay, who's number 3? I'll let you finish.
Seattle.
All right, and then 4 Cardinals.
And the number 4, the old man. And onto the field. It's the Arizona Cardinals.
Yep. See, I don't know. I'm struggling with where I put San Francisco and Seattle right now, because I can see both sides of it. But Rams, yeah, I got 1 and 4 the same. Rams number 1, Cardinals number 4. Maybe Cardinals could challenge, but obviously that's a very long shot.
But you're expecting.
I'm expecting brilliance.
Oh yeah, you're expecting Kyler Murray to be an absolute god. That's a joke.
Well, for right now, I'd still put Seattle at 2, just for the main fact that they have Russell Wilson. They have a decent starting line. Is their defense the way it was? And as good as it was? Oh, hell no. But it'll still be better than what most teams are, especially in the NFC. And
Hang on.
yes, okay,
Did you just say Steelers? Not the Steelers. Oh my god. That the
Seahawks.
Seahawks defense right now is better than most teams in the NFC?
I'd say about half. They're in the middle. Because it's not always about the players, the coaching. You gotta remember that. But again, it's my opinion. So right now I'd have Seahawks 2, not Giants, Niners 3. I'm thinking baseball. And the only team I see making the playoffs is the Rams. I don't see the Seahawks or Niners grabbing a wild card spot.
Imagine being the Rams and just being able to cakewalk this division.
Pretty much. That's all they're going to do.
There's no one who can really compete. First of all, with their offense. Secondly,
Arizona.
With their can compete with the Rams offense.
Yeah.
Arizona, like the Cardinals, like those old men.
You never know. They could come out of the woodwork like the Chiefs. Surprise.
Expecting Kyler Murray to be like a god. Aaron Rodgers mixed with
Patrick Mahomes.
Mixed with Patrick Mahomes. He's still don't have an offensive line, so he's literally going to be Russell Wilsoning every
pretty much. Yeah.
And if we remember correctly, there's examples of teams with bad offensive lines with mobile quarterbacks get injured and then becoming basically moving from team to team. Please see RG3 as an example of such one.
So,
unless Kyler is Adrian Peterson mixed with Patrick Mahomes, I don't see Kyler.
I don't know. Well, if you're talking crap about bad O-line teams, we're going to continue Anatomy of a Bad Team. This week, the Detroit Lions, which obviously are infamous for being garbage. So, Jordan, what is their anatomy of a bad team?
Well, so Detroit is teams to go 0-16.
Yep.
With, of course, the Cleveland Browns, which was hilarious to watch. And
yep.
The best I can say Detroit has ever been is with Barry Sanders, and that was how long ago? Like 20 years ago, at least?
Oh, goodness. That was a little bit ago, yeah.
So at this point, they've been mediocre to horrible for a good long while.
Yeah.
They find ways to pay to Matthew Stafford a lot of money, like to basically quarterback. They wasted the career of one Calvin Johnson, which I haven't gotten over to this day. They somehow can't figure out how to have a consistent running game.
Yeah, it's yeah. They've just been a bad team for so long. I don't even know how people root for them anymore.
Yeah, it's painful. Was their running back. I think was the only time I was actually like, "Hey, good job, Detroit." And then Amir Abdullah left, and it was just like, "Well, okay, fine. I don't care anymore."
Yeah, just
So there were some games last year they beat the Patriots. Like they wrecked the Patriots in 1 week, bulked by some other team the next. And it was like, what team is this?
It's just they're so bad.
Even that they're not an amazingly bad team. Like they're not. This 2 years ago, I would have done this on Cleveland already, and that was what I would have said is bad. But Detroit is bad. They're just mediocre. Like right now, they're just mediocre.
Yeah, and even though they have Matthew Stafford, who, don't get me wrong, is not a bad quarterback. He's not. It's just
He's a
everything
big
else
fat man.
around him.
I still cannot believe they wasted Calvin Johnson's entire career, just did
Yeah.
nothing with it. That's it's like what the Cardinals are doing with Fitz right now. It's painful.
Well, Fitz just wants to stay there at this point.
Fitz is a madman. Like, he's just not leaving.
No. It's just, I don't know. It's hard.
Also, that Detroit defense, that's
It's horrible.
kind of painful. Their best playmaker is Ezekiel Ansah still there?
Oh God, is he?
I don't remember if he like got released or if he like got traded or something.
I am not sure.
But right now it's probably their best player is probably Darius Slay.
Yeah.
Much don't they have? Yeah, I liked the guy they drafted a year ago, Tease Tabor. I liked him. Like,
Yeah.
I haven't really found a player I like on that team or that I think is good. So
It's just, it's so hard to root for him.
there's a lot of teams in the NFL that's hard to root for.
Yeah. So it's, you see how it goes. This year, they're probably going to be last again in the NFC North.
Yeah. Depends if the Packers compete or not. We'll see.
Yeah, it's touchy, but I think they definitely still could.
Yeah, I think they could
But
too.
5 or 6 wins maybe tops.
5 or 6. You gotta get that 6. You gotta get that 6 and 10, or that, and just right there.
Right
On the
there.
cusp.
But it'll be a long season yet again, and I see that for the foreseeable future, sadly.
Yeah, unless they bad enough, and then they just become. If they're bad enough, they can get a higher draft pick.
Well, they should wait one more year, draft Trevor Lawrence number
Wait
1.
1 year. All right, guys, just tank. Give me a good tank.
No, this season they can play their hearts out, but then the following season they need to tank. So they get Trevor Lawrence. He can save the organization.
Tank so you can get Adrian Martinez out of Nebraska.
No,
Best
no,
quarterback
no,
in
no, no!
Oh, come on.
Stop it with this Nebraska players being good. No, stop.
Excuse me, Adrian Martinez, second in FBS in yardage. Who had
Still.
more? Who had more? Number one overall pick, Kyler Murray, the only person who had more yardage. And you know.
Yeah, but you played against teams like Rutgers.
Oh yeah, all right, because Clemson definitely doesn't have like 3 first-round wide receivers or anything like that. They don't have. Yeah, because Clemson is like not the godsend of talent, definitely.
Because
It's not like
because players actually want to go there.
Oh, yeah, all right. Have you been to Memorial Stadium?
No, I have not.
We have so many consecutive sellouts. Best. Thank you.
I know, but that's fans want to be there. That's not players actually want to be there.
Not like if you're one of the corn-fed boys from. It's not like you want to play for the team you've been rooting for your whole life. No.
Oh no.
Sports team. There's one sports team in Nebraska, and you're rooting for them or you're leaving.
Yeah.
If you root for Iowa, you're gone. You're gone. That's it for you. I went to a Nebraska versus Northwestern. There were still guys there chanting "We hate Iowa." It was really funny.
Jesus.
We are the classiest and oh yeah. Also, we have a really bad habit of taking other team seats. That Northwestern game, we Nebraska fans, we had like 3/4 of the stadium. It was three
Wow.
quarters red. Remember, our coach led UCF to an undefeated record, so I'm just gonna throw that out there now, and leave that there. Nerd.
Well, anything else you'd like to comment tonight?
Nebraska's good.
Okay, no, they're not though. So, if you like the podcast, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Check us out on sportsblog.com/Jesse_brother001. I just posted an article a few hours before uploading this about who got snubbed from the MLB All-Star Game starter finalists. And we will hopefully get this out next weekend. If it's not on Saturday or Sunday, it'll probably be Tuesday. Because I land Monday night at about midnight back into Chicago.
Ooh, nice.
So expect the next podcast to be very heavily NBA free agency based. Because free agency would have started. We were going to get a lot of news. And it sucks. I want to talk about NFL, but we got a little bit yet. We got a month or two. And then we're back to football. So if you enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment in the comment section below. We will try to answer everything, even if it's not pertaining to sports. And we will see you next time.